Today, it's time to start Britannia to try to get a pufferfish. But first, I'm going to pray by a grave with my Ankh and see what mystical powers it gives me. I just got an increase in the knowledge of death. Ah well. Alright. So, first thing with Britannia, the Petal Apothecary. We'll just make up an basic one. Just requires cobblestone in this arrangement and one mystical petal. Then, to set the Petal Apothecary up, I will do a temporary setup over here. And since I want it to autofill, I'm just going to create... It is perhaps not the most elegant looking arrangement, but it lets me put on two sides of the Petal Apothecary, which makes it autofill. Move these out of the way. And that's all the ingredients for making the first few functional flowers. So, toss 1, 2, 3, 4 white petals in, add a seed, and I have a pure daisy. Toss in red, brown, brown, light gray, and I have an endoflame, the first generating flower for Britannia. These are both learnable by EMC, so I can get more of them. I am going to need an area where I can place a whole bunch of stone. Right, now an area to actually do Britannia work. If I work outside here, I never have to figure out about placing down dirt to plant the flowers. We'll just stay out here. I'm going to just grab the daisy, and I'll just make a grid of 12, sort of an arbitrary amount, but I'm going to need them for converting a lot of materials. Right, I'm going to set these down in a sort of spaced out grid, just to make sure I don't interfere with anything else. Skip 2, skip 2. I'm going to need to figure out a way to get an exchange spell. Let's see, this doesn't have building gadgets, which isn't a spell, obviously, but even though it works like magic, that is only one space. Okay, that looks good. And now let's start putting some stone around some of these. I think the vein mining will make picking up the stone that gets purified easy enough. It's placing down new stone to be transformed that's the challenge. But if I do enough of it right now, maybe it won't even matter. Yay, some of it's turning. I'm just going to do a whole batch of stone, because Britannia needs a lot of living rock for the various mana pools and accompanying items. Obviously, I could make more. I can always get more pure daisies very easily. That one is not going to do anything. Just move that back out here. Okay, the living wood logs have been formed. Grab those. It takes 2 living wood logs to make a living wood twig. And that gives me everything I'm going to need for making a wand of the forest. Right. I'll put these here. Pop down a purple petal and a cyan petal. Next up, I'm going to grab some endoflames. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. I'll just do 12 of those. I'm going to need to make some mana pools. Really, for the pufferfish, I only need 1 mana pool, but as long as I'm making a setup, I might as well make enough to have a supply of mana for future projects. So here's one difficulty. I have this lovely magnet, which is enabled, and it picks things up from far away. The automation process for the endoflames involves charcoal getting dropped onto a pressure plate and just being dropped just out in the world. Now, one thing I'm wondering about, can endoflames pick up charcoal from the Ars Nouveau pedestals. So I'm going to test that real quick here. Place that there. I may have to bury this in the ground. Let's see here. This can't possibly work because if it did work, so many other people would have already done it. Alright. Pop the charcoal on there. Nothing. For the time being, I'm just going to get myself enough mana going for making the pufferfish. That calls for an alchemy catalyst using 2 brewing stands, a mana pearl, and 2 gold ingots, as well as 4 of these living rock. Okay, I've made a quick setup and starting to get a little bit of mana. Go ahead and okay, so this is not the best, but it's working okay. Alright, I'm staying back here so I don't pick up the charcoal. We should be getting close to enough mana to make the alchemical catalyst and also get a pufferfish. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of brewing stands. And I'll go over and make a mana pearl. Am I lucky enough? No. Mana pearl does not have EMC. Mana pearl acquired. Alchemy catalyst. I will pop it in under our usable mana pool. Now the pufferfish is going to come from fish. I only have raw salmon. So tropical fish. Tropical fish becomes pufferfish. Pufferfish acquired. Chimera gems I already have. I will need to make a light sensor. And then there's these 2. That is an arcane rune. And one of the desert flowers for mana and artifice. The desert nova. No, drops from a mushroom soldier, who I haven't seen yet. Time for a time to go to the Twilight Forest. Speaking of the Twilight Forest, I'm not sure what to tackle next. Is the Lich the next? Are these in the order that you actually do them in? Let's go tackle a Lich. And look for some desert novas as well. I believe there was a Lich tower right south. Let's find out if it'll let me actually go to the tower. And I'm also not sure if I am actually able to fight the Lich yet. Make sure I have hammer. I really should enchant things. You know what occurs to me? Fighting all the way up the Lich Tower would be super annoying. So let's pop back home. Is it cheating? Yes. Am I going to stop doing it? No. Teleporting is part of why this mod pack can be easy. You can choose to use or not use it as you will. I like using it because it saves me a lot of aggravation and sadness. Down in here. Hi, yep. I hear you. You're a skeleton. You're shooting at me. Okay. Shooting at people is fun. Ooh. I need you. Can I just grab some books really quickly here? Even better yet, let's grab some bookcases. Oh, you are going to save me so much bother. Lich Tower is actually a really good source of, books in general. Now, where is our little friend? Hello, sir. Oh, you have your little... Yeah, you've got your shields up. Okay. There's the trick with the... Supposed to use these little explodey things to break their shields, I believe. And... Oh, and I'm almost dead. Yep. I'm running into a severe problem that I am not actually good at combat in the slightest. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not ready to fight the Lich at all, in the slightest. Let's just go and find some nice flowers. Twilight Stream. Yeah, there isn't really a desert... There isn't really a desert biome. It occurs to me that a swamp is not going to be a place to get a desert flower. Still gonna go look. Just because the swamp is the only place I saw that had a lot of sand, and I believe that the flower grows on sand. Everything just keeps coming back to zombie villagers. You know how creepers are always a problem in mob farms? This has a mob called a creep that is basically if a spider was a creeper that can see you through a half-block gap, and it can just decide to explode. Such a nasty surprise, and is such a strong mob that even this fall takes it down to 40 health. Somewhere in this mess, I just saw a zombie villager, so I grab a soul gem out. I have gotten one zombie villager after managing to kill 2 of them in the course of dealing with these very high-strength Grimoire of Gaia mobs. And so all I need to unlock villagers in general is 1 more zombie villager. Oh good, a Spellbreaker. It isn't taking any damage. I'm gonna go ahead and use an empty soul gem real quick here. Have that Spellbreaker, who doesn't take damage. And drop him into the void. Bye-bye. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. I'm gonna take a break from grinding in the mob farm to try out one of the items I got from all of those kills. It is a zombie staff that spawns a zombie. Now, I don't know if this can ever have a zombie villager. I don't know if the resulting zombie villager can be used like regular villagers. Cute little ears. Suspect that these are not regular zombies. I'm feeling like that's not actually going to work. Okay, back to the farm. Finally got that second zombie villager, ready to cure it. Tablet of Awakening. Check. Check. Let's go ahead and set up that ritual of restoration. Need another brazier. And I'll just pop it down by the source. Yep, I'll need to make a little area so that they don't wander off and they don't try to attack me. But I should build that pretty easily. I love the sparkles when I activate those rituals. Ready for the first villager. Hello, zombie villager. Where are you Oh, hello. Yes. Welcome to the world. Don't take a job just yet. Right, come here so you're safe. There we are. Jeanette. Welcome to the world, Jeanette. Villager number 2. And welcome to the world, Omar. Please come with me. Please come with me. Thank you. Omar and Jeanette. Welp,